As the night shift commenced at the Lakeland Police Department in Florida, Officer Mike Ktten received a call concerning a lost kitten near a bustling intersection. Determined to assist the vulnerable animal, Officer Ktten promptly headed to the location to offer aid. Upon reaching the scene, Officer Ktten employed gentle methods to soothe the distressed kitten and earn her trust. After some effort, he successfully captured the tiny feline and brought her back to the station. Initially, the plan was for animal control to collect her the following morning. However, upon realizing that the kennel provided was too large and posed an escape risk, Officer Ktten improvised a solution using a cardboard box. Shortly thereafter, Sergeant Brian Wallace arrived for his shift and encountered the endearing kitten. Instead of confining her to the kennel, Sergeant Wallace opted to keep her company. "I arrived just after Officer Ktten had secured her and went to check on her," he recounted later. Throughout his shift, Sergeant Wallace formed a close bond with the kitten, keeping her nestled on his lap for companionship. Witnessing the kitten's vulnerability, Sergeant Wallace couldn't bear the thought of leaving her alone in the kennel for hours on end. Determined to provide comfort and care, he remained by her side, fostering a heartwarming connection in the process. Throughout the following hours, Sergeant Wallace and the kitten developed a strong bond, so much so that when he was called out on patrol, he couldn't bear to leave her behind. Instead, he carefully placed the box she was in on the passenger seat of his patrol vehicle, positioned to face him. Together, they provided each other with comfort and companionship for the remainder of his shift. As the night progressed, Sergeant Wallace found himself growing attached to the kitten. Despite knowing that animal control would soon collect her, he found himself hesitant to part ways. After much contemplation, he made a heartfelt decision to adopt her himself. "I was captivated by that little face," he confessed. Taking her home, he named her Kelsey. Now settled into her new environment, Kelsey is thriving and enjoying life in her forever home. Sergeant Wallace noted, "She's incredibly affectionate." Observing how Kelsey seems to understand the second chance she's been given after facing the dangers of being near heavy traffic at such a tender age. While the saying goes that it's best to leave work at the office, Sergeant Wallace and Kelsey proved to be an exception to this advice.